Allie. Today I'm going to be talking about what I think you need to know if you want to become a content creator. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. I post new videos every week. With the pandemic timing, there's a whole additional wave of interest towards content creation. I totally understand the appeal. I've loved doing content creation work since middle school. I actually loved content creation before I even formally knew what it even was. So I want to share some of the things that I think you should know if you're interested in doing content creation that I've learned here and there over the years. So first of all, having clarity on why you're doing it and what you want out of it is going to help you along the entire process, including planning your content, your uploading frequency, and even the kind of message and audience that you're trying to reach. Every content creator has different reasons. Most of the content creators I know share the passion aspect in common. Like a lot of things out there are parts that are great and parts that are not so great. Getting really good at something, no matter what it is, takes a lot of time, and it helps to be mentally prepared about that going in. If you're passionate about it, that really helps because that makes all the tedious aspects easier because you're excited about the end product or about the work that you're creating. Although content creation isn't exactly like starting a business, it's great to have a mission statement in mind. Having a clear idea of what the end goal is and the message that you're trying to convey will help you in the process of creating that content. From the initial ideation all the way to posting the content. For example, I've always wanted to inspire people through my channel and help them using the experiences that I have, so I always try to keep that in mind when I'm creating my content. When times get hard, because honestly it isn't always a walk in the park, you can remind yourself what you or that brand is really doing. So another thing that you should know if you want to be a content creator, you need to be able to put yourself out there. And this is something that you can definitely get more and more used to over time. It might feel kind of uncomfortable in the beginning, but you have to be willing to take that first step. If you're not really comfortable with this, there are other ways you can make money or fulfill your creative passions. Working with social media might not be the best way to do that, and the reason I say that is because whether or not you're the face of your brand, at the end of the day it's still your message. At the core of it, you need to be able to put yourself out there, and like I mentioned, this is something that you can grow more comfortable with over time. And if you guys have specific questions relating that, you can drop them in the comments down below. The other reason I say this is because once you put something on the internet, you can't really control the response that people will have to it. And I know that this is something that a lot of content creators really have internal stress or anxiety over. And if that's something that's really difficult for you personally, you might want to consider other things. The other thing is that if you're doing it as a high schooler, a college student, or even as a young professional in the workplace, people are going to find out about it. People will probably talk about it. You kind of have to be okay with that, or at least find some way to come to terms with that, because at least in my experience, it's normally one of the first things that people associate me with. And I've had mixed feelings about that over the years, but it's something that I've just accepted as part of the role. If you want to be a content creator, you need to be willing to put in the time. Being a content creator is kind of different from being an influencer, but both take so much time. The people that are doing it full time, no matter how many followers they have, even if they're celebrities, their work still takes a lot of time. Like models who are also YouTubers or Instagram famous, that's an entire career. It takes so much time. Even the most successful people in the influencer and content creation worlds dedicate most of their day to the work that they're doing. So no matter what it looks like on the outside, the hours go in. The bottom line is that it takes a lot of time. You might need to make sacrifices here and there. You might need to really honestly evaluate your current life and see if this is something you have time to give. And of course, there are so many ways to manage your time and be more efficient about it. But at the end of the day, you will have to put in the hours, and it will be probably many, many hours. And the last thing that you need to know if you want to be a content creator is that you need to decide what kind of content to create and what platform you want to be on. And I'll make a video soon breaking down my opinion on these different platforms and seeing which ones might be a good fit for you. But this is something that's super critical to decide on and incorporate into your workflow early on. So if you want to be a content creator, those are some of the takeaways that I think you should know before jumping into it. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It's always a plus if you love coffee and love packing your schedule. That always helps. It's a great way to go if you have a personal mission, and it's really great if you have a hobby or a skill that you'd like to teach others. Definitely encourage you to do it if you feel like you resonate with some of these touch points. If you have any questions or any additional thoughts that you want to share, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. You can also find me on Instagram and ask me any questions on there as well. If this video was helpful, please like it and share it with a friend. A quick shout out to my sister's friend at UCSB. She's a college freshman and she just started her apparel line called Watermelon Apparel, which is super exciting and really proud of her. So go check that out. I'll link it down below. Subscribe to stay tuned. I post new videos every week.
Let's say hi to my puppy. Apple, you wanna say hi? Yay, Apple, look at me! Apple! Hello!
Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.